Hey guys, hi, this is Amy L. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk to you about how to get through the holidays, get through December without gaining weight, or at least not regretting your decisions. Because remember, and I have a video on here about going on vacation, about trying to decide what your desired outcome is. So I want you to think now about how you want to feel on January 1st or January 2nd. And how you want to be proud of your choices. You also don't want to overdo it and feel like, well, I missed out on everything. So I've got a couple of ideas for how we're going to do this. First of all, a lot of us, myself included, are kind of all or nothing kind of people. So when we say the holidays, we say, well, there's nothing we can do because there's so much going on between now and January. So I might as well just do nothing. So the first thing, one of my best tips that we learned years ago is to actually get a calendar. Yeah, get a calendar. And I like to have a paper calendar so that way visually I can see what I have going on, like special events. And when I do that, I've got kind of a lot of special events going on, but it's not every day. It's not every day. So, like today happens to be Thursday, and there's nothing. There's nothing on today. I mean, I've got regular things, I've got work, I've got appointments and stuff, but there's not a special event today. So today could be a normal day. And in fact, when I look between now and the end of the month, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 events between now and the end of the month that I know are going to be high eating days. But that's not every day. So what you can do is actually look and see how many events you have. And that gives you an idea that, I mean, I have 9, but that means I have 25 days that are kind of normal days. I could do a lot with 25 days, especially if normal days mean normal points. And that's a takeaway for me. That means that with those 9 events, that's where my weekly points are going to go, which means my other days I have to be a little bit stricter. So I have to kind of try my best to stay within my daily points. And if I do that 25 days of the month, that's not right. It's not 25. It'd be 21, 22. 22. Yay, math. 22 days that I can have like normal days and stay within my points. That's a pretty good month, no matter which month it is. On the 9 that I have left over, then I've got to make some choices about where I want to spend my points. So here's my considerations for, do I want to spend points on this or not? Rarity and scarcity. So if this is something I can only have at that event, then I'm going to have it. I might not have a whole plate of it, but I'm definitely going to have it because it's special. It's something I can only get once a year or maybe twice a year. And so for me, that's a real consideration on the, is it worth it? Whereas Triscuits or mini candy bars, I can get those anytime I want. So they're not special enough for me to spend the points on it. The other consideration is, would it be, let's say, Christmas without this? So when I think about Christmas and the high point things there are for me, it wouldn't feel like Christmas without Christmas cookies. And so I'm going to have Christmas cookies. That's something that if I cut out, I'm going to feel like I missed out and it wasn't really Christmas. We also make this like casserole thing that we have for breakfast on Christmas morning. And it wouldn't feel like Christmas without that. Now with that one, there's some ways to lighten it up, not so far that it doesn't feel like the real thing, but there's some small changes I can make. I'm a big fan of making additions as opposed to limiting things. So when I look at big dinners or open houses and stuff, adding things on that are low in points feels less like deprivation to me than taking things away. So I'll add things in with, I love pomegranate seeds at this time of year. They're so easy to sprinkle on. They add texture, they add a bright color, and they don't add any points. So having things that I can add on really help me out a lot. And so if you do those two things, one, you look at how many days are actually going to be challenging and how can I be more conservative on the days that are normal. So if today's a normal day for you, try to stick with your normal points. And then on your indulgence days, you have more room. That feels nice. Then on your indulgence days, figure out what's most important to you food wise or drink wise. And what would you feel like it was deprivation if I didn't have this, or it wouldn't feel like an open house if I didn't have a glass of champagne. So those are the things that I'm going to make sure that I keep in. And the other things that I can have any time of year, maybe let go of those. Here's the reason why, guys, because you don't want to end up in January feeling like you're 3 steps back. I want you to feel like you've made some good choices, that you've been keeping up with the habits that keep you happy. Never fear. If you feel like it's gone on too long, it's always a fresh start. Every day we wake up with a fresh set of points. We feel like we can make new changes. And there's always a workshop you can go to. If it happens to be on Saturday in Bel Air, I will see you there. Otherwise, feel free to comment with anything, any questions or anything you've got going on, and I'll try to respond to those promptly. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.